Welcome to episode 94 of Radio Free Endor. I don't know why, but I'm going to have to change that intro for our live videos because I recently did some live conversations with some artists and I used my normal intro and I didn't get a copyright strike off it. So maybe I shall start using our normal intro. But hello, hi, welcome to Radio Free Endor. And like I said before, it's episode 94. Now, with me is my son, Chris. And my name is Jamie. So, hi, Chris. How are you doing?
Very well, thank you. Hectic as always over here. And it's already been 2 weeks since Star Wars Celebrations.
It has, yes.
Best to talk about it. Better late than never.
Yes. Because the Bad Batch is finished and the Mandalorian is finished, and we still need to go over some episodes. But like I said in our last episode that I've recently posted, what we're going to do is now it's over. We're going to take our time now to go over the episodes individually instead of trying to cram them all up, because it seemed it was really hectic with the Bad Batch and the Mandalorian at the same time, wasn't it, Chris?
Yeah, for sure. And literally in like 5 days, we've got Jedi Survivor coming out as well.
God, yeah.
And then on May the 4th, we have Vision Season 2 coming out. So we didn't cover Seasons 1 last time. So there's tons of content to do. And us as a podcast is not the ones that, you go to listen to 4 hours after the episode airs. It takes a bit longer.
Yeah,
but
it takes longer
we're just
for
here
us.
to have fun and to have the conversations that we have usually in a recorded, structured manner.
Yeah, well, I couldn't have said that better myself. Well done there, Chris. Yeah, Star Wars Celebrations. What a weekend! So let's recap it, shall we? Or should we just see if there's any news? Let's just see if there's any news, and we can then. There's not much news. There is not much.
All
news.
the news came out at Star Wars Celebrations.
It virtually did. So actually, let's get over to the news section, which is also a recap of Star Wars Celebrations. Let's go. Right then, where should we start? So we both got over to the Excel on was it Friday morning? You was there slightly before me. We got in there and look at the. To be fair, I didn't queue up as long as I did last time to get in, even though we went through the normal procedure. It seemed to flow better getting in, if you know what I mean, Chris. Because last time we was in the, in the what do they call them? The cattle runs backwards and forwards. We seemed to get through that pretty fast, and we got in there. And then we contacted you, and you said go straight to the Star Wars Celebrations official shop. Yeah. So we shot over there, and you were coming out as we were in, and you had spent a little bit. You know, you treated yourself, and then we went in.
It was so me and Holly was lucky enough to get one panel. We applied for all the lotteries and we got one, and we got the opening ceremony, the Lucasfilm panel. And as we was queuing for that, you know, we got our wristbands, and they said, you know, just go to the theater, go to the celebration stage. But like, there was no one guiding you. So as we was like walking up, it was like, should we quickly go into the shop before the panel starts? It was like, yeah. Let's do it. And we went into the shop. It was a very hard shop to navigate. Why? Nothing had prices on, and it's pretty much a guess of most things. Of do you want do you want to buy it now and you know have it, or do you want to see if you can get it later and it be gone? And I only went into the shop once, and that was straight away. And me and Holly still spent, you know, hundreds of pounds together, hundreds. We bought some pins, some t-shirts. I think me and Holly bought 3 t-shirts each. I'm wearing one right now. 20th anniversary of the Clone Wars.
Yeah, I was just trying to look, but they must have closed it down.
Yeah, they have. There was a lot of really cool. Well, when they announced all the merch online, it looked really, really weak. Didn't look very good. But when I got to see some of the stuff in person, I thought it looked much, much better. And so what did I buy? I bought I bought a Star Wars Celebrations bomber jacket, a baseball cap, a 3 t-shirts, a guide,
a
tote bag,
now
and quite a lot of pins. And the pins are quite the interesting one, because we bought pretty much most of the ones that we wanted at that moment, in the FOMO of like, just buy it now. If we don't want it, we can get rid of it. I'm sure we can get rid of it. And we got to the till, and they're like, your price is £690. You go, what have I bought?
Oh my god.
And then the person next to you is like, your price tag is £1,200. You're like, well, I guess everyone's buying now. And yeah, there was some really, really cool stuff, but
there was
a lot of things were so you had to buy it there, or you hadn't got it. Now, most things from the Celebration store are gaining a pretty penny on the secondhand market.
Yes, they are. Now, to be fair, I think they pulled the wool over people's eyes with the tote bag. Now, the tote bag has got this image on that's on the screen now. For people who are on the podcast, I'm showing an image of the official artwork of Star Wars Celebrations, with the silhouette of the London skyline with the Death Star and slowly disintegrating into the ships. Now, this is a hoodie that I'm showing, but they had a tote bag, and the tote bag was nearly £50 on its own. And of course, people were getting their merchandise, putting it into that tote bag, taking it and thinking, well, the tote bag's only could have cost a tenner. No, it's £50.
And remember, there was no prices. There was no prices. And when I got to the till, I was just like, I don't know why I bought. I know it's a lot. But I'm just gonna have to pay the price. And now, you know, I'm looking at that tote bag. I picked up that t-shirt. I'm sitting there with that tote bag thinking, maybe it'll be valuable in a few years.
Maybe.
Bag.
Didn't see them.
there was so much stuff there. Some really, really cool stuff. And I'm really happy with everything I walked away with. I'm currently in some second thoughts about some of the pins that we have.
Yeah.
Just because some of the pins are going for crazy prices. This is quite funny. I did make this mistake, but it was a mistake in the moment, and that's fine.
Yeah.
Is I bought the Clone Trooper random pins, and I got 2 of the rarest pin. And I was like, oh, that's fine. I traded one away to a different pin trader because
Is
I was
that
just
the one
like,
you gave me as well?
yeah. I traded one away. He was just like, oh, it's fine. And then I looking through my a pin trading group yesterday, and one of them, the pin that I traded away, sold for £70.
Now,
Mm.
if it's the one that I think it is, you gave me the other one, and you went, "This one's for you. You keep that." And then as we were going around, somebody wanted to trade a pin, so you
Yeah,
says, "Can I have that pin back to trade?" And I was like, "Okay." So
and it
I
was
give you the,
fine. It was fine
and
in
we
the
traded it
moment
away.
because I wasn't obviously thinking about the secondhand market and scalping it because that wasn't my intention. But
Yeah,
it's just that thing of like now I have quite a few of the pins that were from Star Wars Celebrations. I'm sitting there thinking, do I want to keep this pin or do I want to trade it or do I want to sell it? And I think I'll keep 95% of the pins we have.
yeah.
I think we'll definitely keep
Well,
for our displays.
well, I have got this bag here. This is a bag that I got in. It's a beautiful little tote bag that was free. That was free, right? And it's got a ceramic version of Grogu, and it's from the Lidro group. Yeah, can you see that on there? Yeah, that group. They do the ceramic, beautiful statuettes, and Grogu was 350 quid. No, I didn't buy it. I didn't buy it before you asked. So anyway, so we bought some couple of bits and bobs. I can't show you those because Nicholas will be watching. So and there for his present. So on our pins, the only pin I got left was this wooden one, right? Which was made and by this guy that was going around swapping pins. But these were it was actually giving these wooden ones away for free, wasn't he? I think you got
Yeah,
one as well.
yeah, I did, and the swag part of it was really really cool. It was just that thing of like I've sure learned my lesson when it comes to Star Wars Celebration pins that
Mhm.
they are very valuable.
Yes,
Very
yeah.
very
That's
valuable.
what when you
Has
started swapping, I was thinking, is that the best?
well,
Is that
it was
the
just
best?
to me,
Yeah,
it was fun in the moment, and like
yeah,
it's not necessarily it's about the money because I swapped it for pins that we wanted. You know what
yeah,
I mean? I
yeah,
didn't swap them for nothing.
yeah.
And I think like yeah, it's just a bit of fun.
It is. It
If
is.
you think about the money too much, it starts making you cry a little bit.
It is. Now, I picked up some bits and bobs as I was going around, and I picked up this fantastic tracker keyring. This was in the when you go to pay for your merchandise at the tills. This was in there, and I went, "How much is that?" I think it was £15, maybe. I think, but it's got a tracker. It's got the light on it. Oh, it's a bit bright there. You know what I mean? But I think that was well cool. A little tracker, you know what I mean? A Grogu
For
tracker for that
£15.
for £15. Yeah, and of course I got the pin. I think you got that one as well, didn't you, Chris?
I believe so.
Yeah, I got that one. And I do you know what I do like the look of it. Do you know the packaging with like the
Hmm.
classic figures? Yeah, no end of cards, no end of cards. And there was one I did say that I'll give a shout out to because he gave me a box for my George Lucas up there, which is up there. Let me have a look what's Nikki's on her pins. She's just got badges. She's just got badges. Oh, somebody gave us these these little beads as well. See these beads? We got
Mm.
somebody gave us oh, and yeah, sorry, Nikki got so Nicholas got a wooden one of Dinjarin as well on his. But so many cards in this box. And I just kept everything, absolutely everything. I was thinking, oh, oof, all these leaflets. Oh, I've got to keep that leaflets. And there was like stickers, some cards, some of these cards that were being given away. There were so many real nice people willing to trade, and some beer mats as well. Got some beer mats. It was really, really nice. I have to admit, it was really, really nice. I enjoyed it a lot. Swapping the swag, you could say. But yeah, I can understand because at the time you thought those pins were they were the most common ones, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, and like it depends because like I just looked on eBay. I'm gonna show you. One pin I have sold for £30. Another pin I have sold for £21. It's all over the board. R2D2 and R5 from the Funko store sold for £47. Some people have sold the Mandalorian poster for £15. Like, I'm not saying it's all about selling what you get, but there's a level of did you pick it up because you genuinely wanted it in the moment and then came back and went, oh, maybe I don't actually need it, or are you thinking, oh, I'm gonna buy that to instantly sell it? You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's the tote bag.
Yeah, if you just search
oh, there's the jacket you bought. That's the jacket you bought there, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, I was not keen on it until you bought it, and I was thinking, oh, I'd quite like it actually. The quality of it is really, really good. But this one's
the rarest pin, the Paz Vizsla pin. So someone's bought one for £105.
Oh my god!
For a pin. Literally, it was expensive. It was an expensive weekend.
Yeah.
A Star Wars Celebration Europe gift bag sold for £5.50. What are people buying?
Oh my god!
Chewy pin sold for £30.
The Mandalorian Lego one is being sold for £15. There's that tote bag there. Oh, it's look at that, 99 pence. That's the cheapest you'll ever see it. That
it won't sell for that though. It will go
of course
up.
it won't. There's a badge there, which is the official logo pin. That's £40. That was, I think, about £10. I think it was
20. I think it was 20.
Yeah. So people are collecting the passes as well, Chris, aren't they? As well to make up a poster. Yeah. Now this poster here, which I'll show you up. This one here, with the Mandalorian, it's like he's in like this old medieval armor. Now that poster there is if you got these like a bounty, wasn't it? If you answered these bounty questions. Now we were lucky enough that somebody had already collected them and had gave us all the answers in one go. So I did the next best thing, and I passed it to every single Star Wars fan I could pass it to, and everyone that I know came away with one of these posters. You know what I mean? And it's a beautiful poster, to be fair, isn't it?
It's like even the Star Wars High Republic book Cataclysm that was signed. It was £50 there to get a what was it? A celebration signed edition of that book has sold for £80. So some of the people are buying more. That bag you have right there, someone sold that one for £8. It's incredible the market is people are willing to spend to get what they missed. People are willing to spend to, get something that sadly they couldn't attend,
Yeah,
it's honestly crazy. An Ahsoka pin sold for £71.
bloody hell.
Baby Ahsoka sold for £35.
So this is the poster that was given away at the Mandalorian panel, wasn't it? Was it the
Yes.
Mandalorian panel? Yeah. So we got to see the last but one episode before anybody else, and it was brilliant, absolutely brilliant. It was, especially with the audience as well. It was absolute. I miss that kind of thing. But this poster is going for quite a bit. We've got ours encased in plastic, so it'll keep, which is in Nicholas's room right now. But that won't sell for $8.99. That'll go up. That's a current bid, should I say?
Well, hopefully. You never, with these things, you never know if it'll actually be worth something or worth nothing. Look at the piece of cardboard that your brother tore up in 1980.
Oh my god, yeah. No, don't talk about that. The Star Wars Death Star. It was going for £700. That's the cheapest I've seen one. And I'll tell you what, if I had the cash, I would have bought it. I'd say it. Would have bought it. Because it's the cheapest one I've seen.
So really, yeah, that was what I bought from the Celebration store. I did also buy a few other things around the show, and spent a little bit of money. I bought some photo opportunities as well.
Yes.
I've just sent them in the chat if you want to show everyone. I bought 4. I bought for me and Holly, my partner. I bought the Clone Wars quad. If you just put it there we go. It's the N1. Click 3 times. The Clone Wars quad. There we go. Lovely,
brilliant,
jubbly.
isn't it? Yeah.
Technically, it's with 4 people, but actually, it's with a lot more than that. It's got Cody, it's got Hunter, it's got Rex, it's got Wrecker, it's got Ahsoka.
It's got about 1,000. About 1,000 clones on that with just that one guy.
Exactly.
He must have been knackered because every person who's posted a photo of Dee Bradley Baker, he's doing some kind of weird pose. And I mean, he was like, pose. And we know how quick it is. You're in and out, aren't you? You got pose. Absolutely fantastic.
With Ahsoka,
yeah,
as well. Matt, so that's Ashley Eccleston, obviously, who plays Ecclestone, who plays Ahsoka. Then you got Matt Lanter, who plays Anakin, and then you've got James Arnold Taylor, who plays Obi-Wan. So it was a very, very nice photo opportunity that we're glad we got.
Yeah,
and then if you go to the left, I got a photo opportunity with Ian McDiarmid. It was really, really cool.
Now, this one, there's a bit. I haven't got the photo. It's actually downstairs. I should have brought it up now. Now, Christopher wanted to surprise me with a photo opportunity with us two, with Ian McDiarmid. And so we thought, great. And it was like us two and Nicholas. So we queued and we was in. And as we went in, somebody stopped us. And before I could say, your photo got taken and you was ushered out. And then me and Nicholas was ushered in. And I was like, so we took a photo with him. So, and then it was like ushered out. So when we got round to the corner where they're printing all the photos, I complained. And I thought what they'd do is they'll, let us go back round. But they didn't, to be fair, they didn't. But, right, what they did do is they said to us, and I'm going to say it right now, I don't care, right? They said to us, listen, you've got a spare photo. He goes, put that in your bag, right? So we did. And he says, just pay for this one. So the one that Christopher paid for is this one with him and Palpatine, with Ian McDiarmid. But we've got another one with me and Nicholas with Palpatine, which we didn't pay for. They said put it in our bag, so we did. So we're going to try and do a little bit of photo shopping in quality because we was there together. It's just that we didn't have one
It
together.
was totally my mistake because I read it and it said 2 adults and 2 children. So I was like, oh, Nicholas has a child ticket, should be fine. But actually, the photo opportunities were different. It wasn't 14 for children, it was 10, I think it was.
Yes.
Like something like that. So it was young children. Anything that's almost an adult is an adult. So it didn't go down as we wanted, but we walked away, both me and Ian McDermott. I got a photo, I got the digital copy, and he was a very nice man. And I'm glad that we both had the opportunity to meet him.
Yeah, we were both in the same room with him at the same time, weren't we? Because I watched you have photo, and you watched me have the photo. It's just that we didn't have it together, which was a bummer. But as soon as we find out that we're going to have another opportunity, because not with Star Wars Celebrations, maybe with London MC, Comic Con or something like that, or Scarborough Comic Con or whatever. If these guys are going to come in, we're going to go again. We're going to get that photo. I've already made up my mind. I'm going to pay for a photo for me and you, Chris, with these guys.
With someone from Star Wars.
Someone from Star Wars. Yeah.
Not Ian though, because we've already got that one.
Yeah.
And then me and Holly met Katie Sackhoff on her birthday.
Yeah, on her birthday.
Oh,
she's gorgeous. I like Katie Sackhoff. I've always liked her since the Battlestar Galactica days, and I told you to say it to her as well, didn't I? I was like, tell her I enjoy her as Starbuck.
She's the sci-fi queen. Really nice, really polite. All of them were very nice, very, very polite, and sadly, but obviously not sad, this is my favorite. I paid for the photo opportunity to meet Hayden Christensen. And this is actually really interesting because Holly's really close. I'm really far away. But this is because, and I have to hold up my hands and say this was a really good experience. The first photo we took, my glasses had glare on. Yeah. So obviously I got ushered out, went to the printing, and they looked at it and went, there's glare on the photo. You're going back in and getting another photo. So they did care about actually having a good photo, without glare of glasses and all these things. But literally in that moment, Holly's just like stands really close. I'm just like, oh, am I allowed to stand close? So I'm just like literally a little bit far away. But the actors were so nice. They obviously cared that they wanted you to get a good photo. And have a good opportunity to meet them. And obviously, of course, it was short. Of course, you have literally 60 seconds max. But it's nice to actually just speak to them quickly and just, thank them for their work and have a quick conversation. And literally, Hayden was so lovely. Everybody I spoke to was so lovely. James Arnold Taylor literally said, may the force be with you to me. That was a pretty cool moment. And yeah, it was just really, really cool. And we were really lucky to get a photo with Katie because we didn't actually book it in advance. I booked it last minute I woke up about 4 a.m. on Saturday morning thinking, do I want to do this? And yes, I did. So I booked that opportunity.
Yeah.
Actually, I went on the Friday and said, "Oh, is there any photos left with Katie Sackhoff?" And they went, "Nope, no photos left." And then I checked on the website, and yeah, there was one. Just before, just after the 15th anniversary Clone Wars panel. So literally, me, Dad, and Holly, we've not spoken about Holly yet, but we went to that panel. And after that, we went and got this amazing photo with Katie. It was awesome. They were expensive, but totally worth it, in my opinion. Totally worth the memories of meeting these actors and having a picture to show for it as well.
Hey, that's the t-shirt you're wearing. You're wearing that t-shirt.
Exactly. Yeah. I did think it was a bit cheeky that you did have to pay $10 for a digital photo of it, but if you're gonna be spending all that money, I think I'm kind of glad that I have the digital copies as well because they're much easier to to share online with your friends. And
Yes.
in this
Yeah.
situation, but we loved every photo opportunity we had. Was there anyone else that I would have liked to have a photo opportunity with? I don't know. Not necessarily. I don't think so this time, but I think next time there could definitely be one or two that I've tried
Yes.
to pick up.
Yes. Now we had a wander round, of course, and there were some fantastic cosplayers, of course. This guy here is Praz Vizsla. Is it
Paz Vizsla.
Paz Vizsla? Oh, I've got him here actually in front of me. He looked out awesome. There was another one with the actual gun. He actually had the gun as well, but it was great. And for some reason, the Jawa, the guy playing the Jawa, he sort of moved away. And I went, "No, get in, get in, get in!" And he walked back in, and we took the photo. It was a really good photo. Fantastic. And who's this guy? Who's these ones? Of course, it's me and Nicholas. I went dressed up as a Mandalorian for the second day. I could only do half a day in that suit. I'm sorry, I could only do half a day. I was sweating and my feet, and I couldn't hardly sit down because I had a jetpack on my back as well, didn't I? And I'd spent, all night doing Nikki's costume and Nicholas's bust, and I was like, oh, why didn't I bring some gaffer tape? I forgot to bring the gaffer tape. So his bust as well, but it was good. It was good. In fact, I went round to the Mandalorians setup, and I showed them the photo of me in that, and they said I'm about 95% off from joining. No, 5% off from joining their group. So I was 95% there, and they said with some tweaking, I could possibly join their a proper Mandalorian company to troop, which I thought great. But I have to say, I did not make this suit. I did some bits and bobs to it, but my good friend Ian Leonard made this suit, and he made Nicholas's helmet as well, and it's all out of foam and it fitted. I just needed to tweak a couple of bits and bobs, but it looked fantastic. In fact, I even put it in. I put you in it. There you go. In the hotel, there you are, and I thought you looked fantastic in it. I've got to get you proper suit. Got to get you a proper suit.
Wow, I don't know yet. I gotta work out what I want to do, I want.
Now, I just wanted to say, when I went into the shop, I went and I got myself this this Return the Jedi denim jacket. See at the back.
Yeah. Very nice.
Yeah, I had to go for the classic Return the Jedi, which was a lot of money, as it was. In fact, when I picked this jacket up, I went, "Oh, they got my size." And as soon as I said it, somebody whipped it out of my hand and ran off to go and buy it. And I was like, "What the hell?" I could not believe it. And so I walked off, and as I was complaining to my wife about it, I was like, "Someone's run off with my jacket." A lady came walking by with a load of them in her arms. I went, "Have you got a 3X? Because they don't got to 4. You got a 3X jacket?" She goes, "Wait right here, and I will get you one." So bless her, she did. She went at the back and she got me one and gave it to me. As soon as I had it in my hands, I went over and paid for it. So it was all good. Now, so Chris, you went to because we went to a panel together, but I want you to describe your panel. You went to the opening panel, didn't you?
Yeah. Wow. What a panel. I was incredibly lucky to have the opportunity to go to the celebration stage for the Lucasfilm panel. And before me, I have to admit this, before I was thinking, Lucasfilm, they don't really make films right now. So what are they really going to speak about? It was only when I was walking out, I was like, Lucasfilm is the company name. Of course, they're going to speak about everything they're doing there. And wow, what a panel. It was incredible. It was exciting. It was reinvigorating. It was just all the right things. In the panel, I was lucky enough to see some of my favorite actors in person. I got to see a 7-minute clip of Indiana Jones Dial of Destiny. I got to see the final trailer of Indiana Jones that obviously got put online.
Mm-hmm.
But let me actually say what I saw in order. First, they started with Andor.
Yeah.
And season 2 of Andor. And I've not finished Andor still. And it's not that I don't like it. It's just very slow, and I'm a very busy person, and I need to finish it. And they're like, "Oh, we're about halfway through filming. We're about a third through filming, but don't you worry, we have a sneak peek for you." So we got to see this sneak peek of Andor season 2.
Yeah.
And it looked finished. It looked really, really cool. It looked like it was gonna be this like really action-packed series. And he got on the director. I forgot his name off the top of my head.
For
The director of Andor.
Kirk. Oh, where's his name?
No, showrunner of Andor. Tony Gilroy.
Tony Gilroy. That's it.
Tony Gilroy. Came out and said that it's going to be 2 seasons because he knows how it's going to end, and he thinks it's really special that he knows how it's going to end.
Yeah. Well, they all die, don't they, in Rogue One?
But
spoilers.
Do they?
Well, they could have done. Shall I just play this recap?
Please be my guest.
Tell me if you can hear the sound.
No.
You can't hear the sound. Right, okay. Let me just remove that one then. Stop screen. Here we go. Video share screen. Is it in Chrome it plays the sound?
I believe so, but it's also you have to redo your streaming. You have to log out and log in, and it's not worth it. Yeah, it's not worth it. Don't worry. I can explain what happened.
Okay, no worries. Yeah.
People will have seen pictures. Well, they've not seen videos because they've not necessarily allowed it. I'll speak over it. It was a great opportunity to see this in person.
Yeah.
It started with Andor and season 2. See, this is giving this trailer is really cutting. It didn't go in this order, but really, really cool. Diego Luna was on stage. Andy Serkis, Mon Mothma. All the cool people, not the cool people. They're all cool. It was awesome. It was really, really awesome to see them all on stage. And
you didn't tell me the droid was on stage.
Yeah, the droid was on stage too. A lot happened in 2.5 hours. In an hour and a half, a lot happened.
Yeah.
So I find it really hard to tell you everything that happened. The Acolyte. We'll get there. So Andor, we saw a quick sneak peek of season 2. Looks great. Looks explosive. Looks a lot of action.
Mm-hmm.
Tony Gilroy said about how it's going to end. He believes in it. He thinks it's really strong, and it's really, really exciting. And then I believe we cut over to Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni.
Yeah.
And Rick, I forgot his last name now.
Famuyiwa.
Yeah,
Famuyiwa.
Without Googling it properly. Speaking about The Mandalorian, they gave us a sneak peek of the episode 7 of The Mandalorian, and it was the scene at the beginning where the Imperial spy, spoke to Moff Gideon through the Imperial probe. It was really, really cool scene. And then it finished. Super, super exciting.
Yeah.
And then they told us that we had the opportunity to watch episode 7 there in the evening. Jon Favreau spoke on stage. Casey Sackhoff was also there, and I forgot his name now. I can actually hear sound there.
Oh, can you? Oh, right.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's
All right.
it
Okay.
worked.
Yeah.
But yeah, super, super, super exciting. So really they didn't show much of the Mandalorian. They just showed us a sneak peek and said, you can watch this episode later tonight. So we did. But that's another thing for later. We then they started speaking about Ahsoka. This was really, really cool. They got Rosie O'Dawson on stage, and they showed us the first trailer for Ahsoka. Wow.
Yeah.
Exciting. Very, very exciting. The trailer looked great. Lothal, they announced that Elizabeth, I forgot her last name now. Elizabeth. I can't remember their names now off the top of my head. Mary Elizabeth Winston is going to be playing Hera, who looked fantastic. You have Natasha Liu, who's playing Sabine, who looked awesome as well. You had Ahsoka, who looks awesome. Obviously, the trailer is public now. We can all watch it. This was the trailer that I saw.
Should we play it now?
And it was awesome. Yeah, be my guest.
Let's play it. Yeah. Put the sound up. Here we go. This is the Ahsoka trailer. Now, this is not, I have to say, this is not the trailer that Chris seen. This is the trailer that we have seen on the shop floor, you could say, and on the internet, because the trailer that Christopher seen was slightly longer, which I did manage to get a copy of. It'd be actually interesting to see if it's still on YouTube, right? But let's play this version, yeah?
Yeah.
Something's coming. Something dark. I sense it.
This is a new beginning. For some, war.
Wow.
For others,
She does look amazing.
power.
It's been a while. Things have changed.
I've got goosebumps.
I started hearing whispers about Thrawn's return as heir to the Empire.
Name check.
We have to prepare for the worst. The Jedi fell a long time ago. There aren't many left.
Perhaps it is time to begin again.
Oh man, I get goosebumps. I've watched it no end of times. I get goosebumps every time I watch it. I'm so excited for this show. It looks awesome. Did you notice the name when I said name check? It's because the Heir to the Empire is the name of the original Timothy Zahn book, Heir to the Empire, which introduced Thrawn, which of course was Legends now. So she's name check that. And you're right. Is it Sedula? Do you say?
Hera Syndulla.
Yeah, she looks great. See if I can sort of get a good look at her. Right, let me see if I can. in the Ghost. It's got to be the Ghost. Would you
The
say?
Phantom. It's the
Ah,
Phantom.
there she
The
is.
small part of the Ghost.
Yes. Didn't that not
Yeah.
get blown up? I thought that got
No.
destroyed.
No, the Ghost didn't get destroyed.
No,
Who
not
speaks
the
it?
Ghost. Not the Ghost.
The original
Chul-
Phantom got blew up,
Ah,
but then they
yes.
had the second
Yeah.
Phantom.
Yeah. And of course you got Chopper there. Chopper's back, which is fantastic. Now, do you know this what is she? Is she a Sith? Is she a Jedi? Because she's got an orange lightsaber, which is totally different. Never seen one before. And Dave Filoni said something on the lines of that he wanted to change it slightly. Is it like, is she good? Is she bad? Sort of thing. We don't really know. But this maneuver that she does right here, just pulls Jedi to me with the movement. How she's just with a lightsaber, it just so much. You know what I mean? So good. And Ray Stevens is in it as a Sith. Yeah. Let me get through to him. He's just there he is. Ray Stevens. Now, he's a fantastic actor. Fantastic actor. If you ever get a chance, there is a series that came out on the BBC. It's got to be about 10 years ago now, and it's called Rome. Yeah. And he plays one of the Legionnaires in it. Absolutely fantastic series. Brilliant. It is an absolute brilliant series. And so he knows how to swing a sword, and he's he's trained like that. And he was also, I think he was also in a sequel to the Punisher, the feature film Punisher. I think it's called Punisher Warzone. But Ray Stevens is my man. He is. And in this trailer, he pulls a Darth Vader in the hallway. What do you think this is all about? Do you think this scene is in the world between worlds, Chris?
Are you asking a rhetorical question?
I'm asking you, mate.
Yeah, it's definitely in the world between worlds.
I know.
It's Dave is not going to let that one go. I think that there's a lot of theory crafting online of what they are, who they are, what time period are they from.
He's got an orange saber as well.
Exactly. Sif's always going too. Could be master and apprentice. Could be multiple things that we just don't know yet, and we will have to see closer to the time. But
Yeah.
I sound very sad to say this, but this was exciting, but it's not my most exciting preview that I got to see.
Hold on. Right. Hold on. Before I go there, I just want to see if the other trailer is online still. I think it was called not the Ahsoka trailer. I think it was trailer. I think it was called that. No, it's gone.
Of course it would be. It's not worth worrying about. They showed a front picture of Thor. They literally showed 2 more seconds of Thrawn, and that's it. Like,
yeah.
Stop getting your knickers into a twist. You'll see it in literally 3 months.
Yeah,
and it'll be great.
Yeah. So what else? So what else was there?
So there's Ahsoka. We got to see that trailer. Wow. Looks great. I'm not going to deny. Looks really good. But what came after it? Now that was exciting. We got to see the first trailer for the Acolyte. Now I'm thinking it wrong. It's the Acolyte. My God, that was a stupid pronunciation. Got it straight here.
Acolyte. Yeah.
The Acolyte 2024. Obviously, it's not finished filming yet. It's still a very early stage. Created by Leslie Headland. And she spoke about pitching it to Kathleen Kennedy as Frozen meets Kill Bill, and man, it was awesome. They showed us a trailer, and it was so exciting, so much more exciting than Ahsoka. Ahsoka, yeah, it's that thing that you you know and love.
So I've just found something. It says the Acolyte leaked trailer. It's not, but it has got still photos, Chris. So I'll take it. Are these actually from the?
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
And basically, that's just a quick fight scene. And you know, you'll see the trailer sooner or later. They'll show it off. But the best thing about it was I got to see the trailer twice. And funny enough, I invited you to the panel where they showed it the second time, and you went, "No, I'm not going to that panel. That's the book panel. That's the High Republic era panel." And at the end, well, they showed the trailer, and I got to see it a second time, and it confirms to me that Acolyte is the most interesting TV show coming to Star Wars. It's got Lee Jung-jae, who Squid Games, you know, he was awesome. I got to see him on stage. He spoke about picking up a lightsaber for the first time, and it gave him goosebumps. And it made me think about the moment that I was building a lightsaber at Disney World. And obviously, you know, him speaking about, you know, I picked up this lightsaber and it was mine, and I felt it, you know.
Yeah.
He's an actor, you know. He's not really a Jedi, but I had the exact same feeling when I built my own lightsaber. And then we had Manny Jacon from The Good Place, who literally came on stage and was like, you know, this is Star Wars, yo, you know, like he says in The Good Place. He's so funny. And literally every single actor in this TV show looks so exciting. There's a new Wookiee Master Jedi, you know. There's played by Jonas Sutarmo,
who plays Chewbacca in the.
They got him on stage, dressed up. Looked awesome. He looked awesome as this Jedi, you know. And then they showed us this trailer. I cannot explain. Ahsoka is exciting because it's something we know. Let's carry on.
Yeah.
The Acolyte, it's just something completely new. It's a brand new era for Star Wars, and it is so exciting. It looks amazing, and I don't think you're going to find the trailer online. They definitely don't want to show it.
I can't find it anywhere.
But so really, it was really, really cool. And
that's
that got
about the only thing I could find is that this little bitty intro to the Skeleton Crew. That's the
and they didn't even show that on stage. That they didn't show that on stage. That's from when they released it 2019.
Right.
As like this is going ahead. And yeah, it was just so exciting. I could not believe that I saw, you know, some of my favorite actors on stage. And it just got better. We saw a trailer for Ahsoka. We saw a trailer for Andor. We saw a trailer for the Acolyte. We saw an introduction for the Mandalorian, and then it keeps going. What's next? The Skeleton Crew. And wow, this is also, it was so exciting. The Skeleton Crew is about 3 children, and they're on a mission. They don't really say what the mission is. And you know, we saw this trailer, and it was created by John Watts and Christian Ford, and They were still filming it. Like they literally had this like behind the scenes clip where you saw them filming the spaceship, like a mini model of the spaceship, and they were filming it in animation. And yeah, Jude Law is in it. Jude Law comes on stage.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's Jude Law. If you're a big British person, you know he is awesome.
Yeah.
And we got to see the trailer for it. At the end of the trailer, we find out something very important.
Is this it? Is this a little bit of it?
No.
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 You ain't gonna find it. There's so much made up stuff out there that makes you believe that you know, there's a lot of fake stuff out there.
I'm looking.
But there's a spoiler out there. If you go searching for the Skeleton Crew, you'll know as soon as you see this trailer what it is. But if you don't want to be spoiled, I'm not going to say. But it's very, very exciting. I got to see the trailer. It felt very Goonies in space in Star Wars.
Yeah.
And it was awesome. It was really, really cool and really exciting, you know. And if I had to rate, you know, which TV show I was looking forward to most, The Acolyte would be number 1.
Yeah.
Ahsoka would be number 2. And Skeleton Crew would be number 3. But that's not me saying the Skeleton Crew is bad. It looked really, really cool. It's just Ahsoka is a little bit cooler because it's on low 4.
Is this
as
it?
we know.
Let's have a look.
That is the Lucasfilm logo. No.
It's not.
Oh, no.
Pretty damn. God damn.
You're not gonna find it. The Disney know what they're doing.
What got me
got
was
the bots on it.
Yeah, they have, yeah, to be fair. They have. Okay, yeah.
And yeah, it is very, very cool. The trailer is very, very cool.
Yeah, I could just put
you want to show me another one? No.
No.
It'll be out sooner or later. I bet you as soon as we hit May the 4th, the Acolyte or Skeleton Crew will drop. And yeah, we got to see some behind the scene photos of Jude Law. Yep, that's a photo of Jude Law. There you go. Yep, that's the crew. That is a photo from the panel.
Is it? Is it?
That was
right.
And they were very, very serious about photos and videos. People patrolling. Hey, this was day 1. I weren't gonna risk losing my ticket on day 1.
Yeah.
Because this is the other thing. I was really close to the front. I could see them with my own eyes, not looking for a screen. I could see them. Yeah. I weren't gonna risk it with my own with anything. I was just like, just taking this moment, enjoy it, and wow, what a panel! And then they still go. They bring James Mangold onto stage, and we're at the Indiana Jones part, and they show us the final trailer that they also put online not soon after of Indiana Jones: The Dial of Destiny. They got Mads Mikkelsen on stage as well. They got Phoebe Wallaby. And yeah, they gave us a message from Indiana Jones himself, Harrison Ford, and it was awesome. So cool. Yeah, there you go. That's Jude Law speaking.
Oh right, I've got him speaking here. I didn't think there was any sound. Hold on, let me just whip back. See what he says. Yeah.
I was like 6 years old when this galaxy, this world gripped me, blew my mind, and I feel like I've been in preparation ever since. So it was a breeze. It was a total pleasure, and I think one of the highlights was working with the incredible, talented people behind the scenes. When you see the drawings and the animals, and
there's no many people filming it.
Yeah, it was a true dream. I had a wonderful time.
They haven't fully.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No end of people film it for their own pleasure, not for that was part of the trailer.
Was
for
it?
Cancer Crew. Yes, but not the
Damn.
good part.
It's the bit I tell you what. Jude Law in Star Wars, man. I'm all for it.
God,
I'm all for it.
he had the best mustache ever. And I keep saying, Tolly, sooner or later, I'm going to grow a mustache and you ain't going to stop me because mustaches are cool. And Jude Law's was awesome. But yeah, it was awesome. It looked really, really cool.
I take it that character, that person there with the cameras is going to be a mocapped creature because look at the hands on her. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it was really, really awesome. You know, they got the kids on stage. Super exciting, super, super great. It's going to resonate really well with, you know, your generation, you know, the Goonies in Star Wars. It's literally, it's that. Yeah, you can see that there's some
Right.
scenes there.
Okay.
But you just, I know it sounds bad, but there's wants and there's needs of like, oh, I want to see it, but you're gonna see it sooner or later. And I feel very privileged to have seen it, and it's very exciting. It's very, very exciting. Back to the Indiana Jones.
Yes.
I saw
gonna-
8 minutes of Indiana Jones.
Now, I'm going to play the trailer because the footage that you saw, a little bit of is in this trailer. Yeah. So I'll add it to stream and let's view this and then we'll talk about it afterwards. Yeah. Because this is another exciting,
100%.
one. Right.
I'm retiring.
Well, in that case, what are we drinking?
Same for the goddaughter.
Dad told me you found something on a train during the war. A dial that could change the course of history.
Why are you chasing the thing that drove your father crazy?
Don't move. We need to get out of here. Stop! Sorry.
Helena!
Dr. Jones, get him. Hitler made mistakes, and with this, I will correct them all. You stole it. Then you stole it.
And then I stole it. It's called capitalism.
This way!
Fasten your seatbelt. There might be some turbulence.
You've taken your chances, made your mistakes. And now a final triumph.
Give him hell, Indiana Jones!
Oh.
2 times in my life I've seen things. I've been tortured with voodoo. Been shot 9 times, including once by your father. Ah, sorry! But I've been looking for this all my life.
Wow. Ooh, that looks good. That looks really good. Do you know what? The de-aging of Indiana Jones of Harrison Ford look amazing. Amazing.
Yeah.
So you saw the tuk-tuk chase, didn't you? Explain.
Well,
how did it go?
that's what they told us to say that we've seen. We actually saw Indy on a rope bridge, and Phoebe's the goddaughter stab him, and he falls off the bridge into a ditch.
Well, fair enough. See you later then, Chris. Chris can't join us anymore. I'm just going to mute him for the rest of the show.
Well, they did it with Han. Don't expect
Yeah.
any difference with
Oh, it's
Indy.
because they had no respect for the past, did they, on those ones? Yeah.
But no, we did see the 8-minute, the 8-minute.
Me, Indiana Jones hat there.
I've got my cat in here now. Go. She's fine. I got to see the 8-minute clip of Indiana Jones Dial of Destiny, and it's the tuk-tuk scene through Morocco. And yeah, it was a scene. It was exciting. It was a chase. It was the Dial of Destiny had obviously been captured at this point and been found, and they were, trying to get it back, and it was going between multiple hands of Indy, Phoebe, Mads Mikkelsen.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe this is the point in the film where it's found, and then the bad guy takes it. So I'm pretty sure it's probably about end of Act 1. The bad guy has the dial, and it's really cool. It was really, really cool. James, Mangold.
Mangold, yeah.
Some incredible films in the past, like Logan.
Mm-hmm.
And we know what happened.
I loved Logan. I thought Logan was absolutely brilliant. Now I've found it. As you've been talking, I've been looking. Now I've got actually the clip that you were saying, Chris, with Harrison Ford, the video that came up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It shows you a poster beforehand. Did they not give that poster away? No, right, I'll show you. Right, here we go. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Here we go.
Turned to the big screen in just under 3 months. Yep, 3 months. And I don't know about you, but I'm absolutely freaking out about it. So,
to be fair, I was just to the right.
Here's a very special message.
I see your head.
Hello, Star Wars Celebration. Hope everyone's having a wonderful time in London.
We did.
I'm sorry I couldn't be there. I'm working.
To be fair,
all,
2 seconds
in the world.
You probably heard me go whoop, because I was literally like 4 seats over to the right from this person.
Really? What? When he came on?
Yeah.
Let's see if we can hear it. Shall we?
I literally lost my voice. I was
Hello,
like,
Star Wars Celebration. Hope everyone's
there you go.
having a wonderful time in London.
That was probably
I'm
me.
sorry I couldn't be there. I'm working. You all, best fans in the world, mean a lot to me. And I'm truly grateful for your support. Playing Indiana Jones all these years has also meant the world to me. These films are full of adventure, heart, and for some reason, snakes. Why do we have to be snakes? On behalf of myself, Jim, Kathy, Stephen, Frank, and everyone else behind Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, thank you so much for embarking on this globe-trotting adventure with us. I can't wait for you all to experience my final ride as Indiana Jones. As with any new adventure, we're bringing some new friends into the fold, so please welcome my co-stars, Mads Mikkelsen and Phoebe Waller.
Right, well, let's pause there. Indiana Jones, Harrison Ford, what a guy! What a guy! Do you can say what you can say about the Crystal Skull. It had some really good moments in it, and I like that film. I do like that film.
I really like Shia LaBeouf in it personally.
Right, and but the only thing about this is I'm not too keen on that Phoebe Waller-Bridge. Not too keen on her at all, right? And now that's Hugh Quinn, who played Short Round, won the Oscar. They have missed an opportunity to have that lad in an Indiana Jones film. I'm sorry, but they've missed because who wanted her when you could have had him, and then they could have had the spin-off with Short Round as being like an archaeologist, and everyone would have been okay with it. Absolutely okay with it. So let's listen to Mads Mikkelsen and Phoebe Waller-Bridge as they come in now. Yeah, is that okay?
Yeah.
Oh my God!
There you are, Chris. See you. See you right there.
You won't be able to. I'm just to the right. But yeah, I was literally this was the angle that I was seeing.
Surreal. Let's come and take center stage. You deserve it. Come on. Center stage.
Center
stage.
Up here.
Are you ready for my Pulitzer Prize winning opening question? Who do you guys play? Tell us a bit about them.
I play Indiana Jones.
Oh, okay. He's an actor. Don't trust him.
No, my character is called Fuller, Jürgen Fuller, and he is a good guy. That's all I'm allowed to say. In his own mind.
Phoebe, how about you? Tell us about Helen.
I play Helena, who is Indy's nefarious goddaughter. And she's also a really, really lovely, sweet, adorable person.
And they cast you. That's really nice.
That's so sweet.
What can you say about Indy and Helena's relationship?
Well, I think they haven't seen each other for quite a long time, and in some ways she's the worst thing that could happen to him in this time in his life. But I think also kind of the best thing. They are antagonistic, but also have more similarities than either of them would probably like to admit.
Okay, look good in hats, got it. So, Mads, you're no stranger to playing a villain. What's it like joining the likes of Paul Freeman and Ronald Lacey? Playing a villain in an Indiana Jones movie, that must be a dream come true.
Just being part of an Indiana Jones film is a dream come true. It's literally one of the first films I remember vividly. I mean, I was what, 5 or so, so I had seen films before that, but it's one of those films that stick with you forever because the way it just, lets your imagination fly somewhere that we thought belonged to the 50s, but all of a sudden in the 80s, I was watching a film that is just so evergreen still today. So yeah, it's a dream come true. And did you say a bad guy?
Oh yeah, sorry, good guy. Sorry, I keep forgetting you're playing Indiana Jones.
No,
sorry.
It was a dream.
So Jim, half the fun of a movie like this one is you get to travel the world. I know this sounds like I'm being a massive.
That's about it. That's about it on that stream one. There we go. There we go. Yeah, that poster. You're surprised they didn't give that poster away.
Well, we got the Mandalorian season 2 poster instead.
No, that's very true. But I'd like to have had the Indiana Jones one. So if, yeah.
Well,
so that was about. Is that about it for that first panel?
No.
Was that? Yeah. What else?
No,
what else was it? What else was more?
Kathleen Kennedy spoke about the future of Star Wars in films. This was actually really, really exciting. And I'm really excited for this. There's 3 movies coming in Star Wars over the next 5 years, spreading the eras out. And we're going to get James Mangold, creating a story about the first Force user, the first Force wielder. It's going to be super exciting. And then we're getting a film by Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau, bringing all your favorite characters from these TV shows that they're making and wrapping them all into an epic conclusion to their plot lines. He did say that doesn't mean they all die. But, why isn't Thrawn in episode 7? Yeah. 7, so it's set between episode 6 and episode 7. So after Battle of Endor, before Battle of Jakku, I guess. Super exciting. And then one that I am really excited for as well is the new Jedi Order, set 20 years after the Rise of Skywalker. And it is a Jedi Master rebuilding the Jedi Order. And they were speaking about it, like, there's a Jedi Master and they're rebuilding the Jedi Order. Do you want to know who it is? I was like, yeah. Like, there's one person that it should be, like, and there's like, oh, it's Rey. And Daisy really came on stage, and it was really, really cool and really exciting. Just the energy in the room for all the guest appearances, all the actors, all the people that put time and effort into this was amazing. That it was so good, and I can't wait to see all of it. And I hope all of it really becomes something really, really cool, because it was all really exciting. And that was pretty much all of the opening panel.
Yeah. I have to say there was some bits, but I saw a couple of panels. Yeah, you mean hold on, let me just because I was just watching something else actually. I was trying to find something, I didn't find it. Now, out of those three films that have been sort of greenlit, you could say, are they greenlit? I don't know. The only one that I was really excited for was the Dave Filoni one. Yeah, because that's bringing all this TV series into one hour. Is it going to be like a 3-hour episode? 3 hours? Yeah, literally a long episode. But the James McAvoy,
James Mangold.
Mangold, his sounds really, really good. Being the first person to actually discover the Force, that's like, when I heard that, I was thinking, that's like making a film about the first guy that discovered milk came from cows. Know what I mean? But it'd be interesting. To see how they do it. And because it's so far away in the timeline of Star Wars, you're free from.
Well, I think it's 20,000 years.
You're free from all the gobbledygook of lore, Star Wars lore that's been created.
There'll be no lightsabers. No.
Yeah, there won't be, will there?
What will the first person do with this ability? Will they use it for good? Or will they use it for bad? Or will they use it for both?
Yeah. But it'd be quite interesting. But the other one with Rey,
it's exciting. It's actually really, really funny because they obviously announced that Rey was going to be returning to Star Wars for a new film. It would probably be a trilogy, but a new film. And the funniest part about this was someone made a mock-up of Rey pregnant and spread it on social media.
Yes!
Now everyone believes Rey is pregnant on social media.
Yeah,
no, that photo never actually exists. It's completely fake, and just goes to show how much people want to believe in these kind of things. And it's really exciting to me. Nobody goes out to make a bad film. Some parts of Star Wars is goofy. Some parts of George Lucas's Star Wars are goofy. That doesn't make it bad Star Wars. It's still Star Wars. It's and I think I'm excited to see where Rey goes, what she does, and how she builds the Jedi Order again. So yeah, that was roughly the opening panel. I got to see 4 panels, I believe. I got to see the opening panel, the High Republic panel, the Disney Parks panel, the Clone Wars panel.
Yeah,
I think that was it. Yeah.
I went to the Disney Parks one with you. I actually recorded the entire audio from that panel, which I will go over. There was some good bits about it, some bad bits about it. We was expecting something like an announcement, but when they said we could use our phone,
they did. They announced something.
What was that?
Dave Filoni's returning to create a second series of Tales of the Jedi.
Oh yes, of course. Yeah. That was it. No, that was that wasn't
that was the Clone Wars panel.
I wasn't talking about the Clone Wars panel. I was talking about the Disneyland one.
Oh, what do you mean? They did announce something. They announced that Star Tours is getting 4 more scenes of Low Fallen.
Yes, they did. Yeah, you're right. 4 more locations of places you've not seen yet, but you will, which is kind of exciting. Yeah. And
more tracks in the cantina.
Oh yeah, I've got the card here. I won't show the card. Well, I won't show the thing, but yeah, the Rex's tracks, and there's a thing for the Star Cruisers as well on the back, which I forgot to scan, but I will to get those. But it was yeah, the Disney Parks one, I was expecting to wait. But the best thing about it is they brought in the Mandalorian, didn't they? And with Baby Grogu that's now walking around the parks, of course. So that was quite good.
Yeah, it was
Um,
just exciting to just see it.
mm,
And Grogu in a bag and it blinking and all these things. It was
yeah,
dead cool. Um,
yeah. And that Clone Wars panel, that was something special. I loved it, and Dave Filoni proper got like emotional with it. You know what I mean? He proper got emotional, and it, even I felt like I was tearing up with it. You know what I mean? Because he was talking, because I took you and Sam to the very first Clone Wars film when it was released, when you was little nippers. I took you to see it, and so you could say that the Clone Wars was a part of your youth as you grew up. So for 20 years, it's grown to something fantastic. It was just a beautiful panel. You know what I mean? It was just such a beautiful panel. I proper so enjoyed it. And yes, when he said about making the second season of Tales of a Jedi, which I was like, oh, can't wait for that, because I really did enjoy the first one. And I'm looking forward to what new tales from new storytellers and new filmmakers can make of Star Wars, what they can do with it. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a great panel. It was great having the quad on stage, speaking about their experiences. George brought up Dave brought up George a bit, and
Yeah,
the
he did,
lessons
yeah.
that he taught him. Like a good master Padawan
Yes, he's
situation.
about the only person that does bring him up, isn't he? But he
Um,
brought him up. Yeah.
yeah, and I thought it was really,
Catherine Kennedy
really
probably wishes he wouldn't, but he does, because he is.
it was great. It was great. And yeah, he announced that they're making season 2 of Return Tales of the Jedi.
Yes.
Super exciting. We got to see some pictures just of them making it. It was scrappy. It took time, and yeah, it was so cool. And what other panels did we see?
Right. When you was at in one panel, me and Nicholas went upstairs to see the droids being that was from the props department at Pinewood Studios. So we went there, and the kids all sat down, and they had this woman there who was a dead ringer for that what's her name? Oh, from the Mandalorian that fixes vehicles in Tatooine. I can't think of her name.
Pelion.
Yeah, she looked just like her. And we went in, and they showed us these bits. But the guy goes, "Look, this is from a new series that has just got its second season. We can't tell you which, but it's filming right now. Of course, it's Andor." And it was a remote camera. It was like a HoloNet projector camera, which you see in episode 2. I think it's in episode 1 and episode 2, but it is literally just a digital file. But these had to actually make the file. They had to make it and make it practical. So they handed it round so we could all have a look at it in our hands. Then they had a couple of droids driving around us. They're actually in this new series of Andor. It looked brilliant. And I was watching. Nicholas had a good play with the green screen, animatronics of the droids to make it fly. It was great. Saw that. Didn't show us any footage, but it showed us the new droids and what goes into building a droid. And then, of course, when we was back on the shop floor, we actually went around the R2D2 droid builders, and that was good. I enjoyed that as well. In fact, Christopher, do you know when we talk about all the merchandise, that you could buy? They let some people in first because they had is it called like a light speed pass or something? And we were standing around the Funko part, which had all the lounge fly bags and stuff like that, and they were going quick as anything, weren't they? Now,
Mhm.
my Nikki wanted one, and your Holly wanted one, and some real nice guys from Wales actually who was in just going into the shop actually got them for us, and we paid them, of course, but they got them before us, before anybody else got in, and I took their names. I took their names down, so I just want to give a quick shout out to them, if that's possible. Right. So
course.
there was 1, 2, 3, 4. So we got Matthew Galena Zadar, Galeni Zadar, Matthew Galeni Zadar, Peter Phillips, Ollie Loader, Brad Loader, and Tim Robinson. Those guys. So there were 4 guys from Wales that were there, and I did say I was going to give them a shout out on the show for helping us get this merchandise, which was brilliant, because they would have been sold out by the time we queued up and gone in. That's for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, literally. We had already been in the store when me and Holly went in, and they had ran out of it. So, yeah, it was a bit sad. To be fair, I don't buy Funkos, but I do have the Funko that I bought right here.
Ah, yeah, there it is.
The Merrin, the Night Sister from what was it? From what's it called?
Jedi Fallen
Just
Order.
open it. Here we go. Don't you worry. I don't care about them. Like, oh, it's a bobblehead. You know why? If you know, there you go.
Yeah, if you know why,
Yeah.
you know why it's a bobblehead.
Time to chuck that in the bin. Stick it on the shelf.
Oh
you
my
go.
god.
Just for you.
My god.
Stay there from
Well,
now on.
I have got this. This to build up a Luke Skywalker helmet. Lego. And I got the N1 Starfighter, which I built, up. In fact, I've got the brick. I've got this little Lego brick that says Star Wars Celebrations. If you spent over £40, you've got this little bitty brick, right? But some of the kits were all at $39.99. So you had to buy something else to get it over the £40 to get the brick. And I thought, God, pity they didn't have a 10p bag. You know what I mean? Can I buy a bag for 10 pence? I mean, when I got up there, I said, can you put 2 in, please? Because my son's wants one. He went, yeah, go on then. And he popped 2 in. So I've actually got one of those bricks for you, Chris, which I forgot to give you, but I've got it. I've got one of those bricks. So yeah, it was good for merchandise. It was a good day. We're coming up to an hour and a half, and we've still not covered bits and bobs, because I do want to get into one more trailer, Chris, for the Jedi Survivor. If that's
I think it's going to be out in less than a week, so maybe we should just give it a play and speak about it then.
What, the actual game or the trailer?
Yeah, the game.
Yeah, can do. Yeah. To be fair, they played the trailer at Star Wars Celebrations, and it was brilliant. Oh, it was so brilliant. And they actually had the guy that came in who plays him, and he was wearing his poncho. Man, he was so good. He was so good. Cameron Mahogan. God, Monaghan is his name. Cameron. I know it's Cameron. Cameron something. But he is brilliant, and he was talking about the ponchos. In fact, I started looking around on the internet for ponchos. Don't ask me why, but I did, because he just wears a really good poncho. But yeah, it was really good.
Moggenham.
Yeah.
Cal Moggenham. Cameron Moggenham. Yeah, super excited. I've been watching Holly play Jedi Fallen Order over the last few days since we got back.
Mm-hmm.
To be fair, she's getting through it quite fast. Why? Because she's playing it on a lot easier difficulty than I played it on, and I'm like, wow, you're really getting through this fast. And then I think, why did it take me so long? Oh yeah, because I kept dying. But I like a challenge like that. So
yeah,
it's part of the joy.
Yeah.
I've pre-ordered Star Wars Survivor. So as soon as it comes out, I'll be giving it a fly. and that is actually really, really exciting. You quickly spoke about Lego, but some things flew under the radar, and it's actually quite a big thing. It's a doozy. It got spoke about by a press release. No photos yet. But Lego likes to make Ultimate Collector Series items. They've made the Millennium Falcon. They've made a Star Destroyer. They've made an 8080. You know, these are the expensive sets, the 600, 700 pound sets. And I've sat there and said, there's no Ultimate Collector Series set that I want. They're just too big for me. I don't want one. And it got leaked what the next Ultimate Collector set is. And I'm just sitting here going, well, tell me more.
I don't know. I don't know which one it is.
They are saying they're going to be re-releasing the Ghost for $169. But bigger, the rumor is that there is a Ultimate Collector Series Ventor Star Destroyer coming.
Oh God.
The Republic era Star Destroyer. My favorite Star Destroyer, you know. Not the Imperial Star Destroyer.
Yeah.
The Ventador, you know, Republic attack cruiser. They make an Ultimate Collector's Edition of that. That's it is going to be one that I am definitely going to have to pick up. They're expecting it to have 5,374 pieces. Why so defined? I don't know. But they have a rumor that, this is coming. And I am very excited.
I've seen an Ultimate Edition of the Ghost, which was a fan-made one on a brick website, and you basically sent away for the bricks, and you got the instructions, and you build it up, and it was massive, really big, as big as the Millennium Falcon that's just above my head, just there. But it'd be nice to see another version of that, you know, for official Lego, should I say? So yeah, absolutely. I'm still hoping they bring Bo-Katan's ship back as well. I want to see a new version of that.
A Khorne class cruiser.
Yeah. I did see one that was, you know, the old one that they brought out. Somebody was selling it for 70 quid, and I was and ahhing about it, but I didn't get it. I just want to finish up on one last thing as well, because we'll probably cover some more of Star Wars Celebrations on the next podcast. But there was one other thing, and that's that it was the 40th anniversary of Return of the Jedi at the end of the month. And of course, with it's back on the big screen, isn't it?
Yes, this is a fan-made trailer.
This one is a fan-made. But I was thinking, know what I mean? Why isn't Lucasfilm brought out a new trailer for it? But it's back on the big screen at the end of the month, which is on the 28th. I think it's on for the 28th to the 3rd of the May, not to the 4th. If you're in the States, it is on May the 4th, but not in the UK. I don't know why. And I'm going to book tickets. I'm going to take Nicholas to see it, because we actually saw Empire Strikes Back during the pandemic. We were the only ones in it. Watched it on the big screen. So definitely I'm going to take Nicholas to see Return of the Jedi. One of my favorites. I just love Return of the Jedi. And we all know that's where the trilogy, the Skywalker saga finished. There was no more after that. We've got some fantastic TV shows, of course, but no more films. They just ended it after Return of the Jedi. Oh well.
Well, personally, these are the worst films.
Get off!
The prequels.
How can you say that to me? How can you?
What do you mean? What do you
mean?
The prequels were at least filmed by George Lucas. They were directed by George himself. We love George. Well, that's all you go on about, George.
Yeah,
why don't you think the films directed by George are the best.
But I like the prequels. You're talking to a guy who likes the prequels. I just don't like the
Yeah.
sequels. Yeah. In fact, to be fair, Nicholas wanted to come on tonight, but it was a bit late because he's got school tomorrow, as well as I've got work tomorrow. But we are now started playing the Skywalker Saga Lego, and we've just completed episode 1, The Phantom Menace. So I might be actually doing just a little bit of like a review of the first part of the game for Lego. But yeah, May 4th. There you go. April the 20th to May the 4th in the States. That is not in the UK. Not in the UK. Ah, what a podcast there. What a podcast. Right. Should we leave it there, Chris? Or is there anything else? There's loads more. There's loads more
Well,
we can cover.
They announced where it's going next in 2 years' time. You can already sign up for the newsletter. How's it going?
I've not. Yeah, but where? Yeah. Can
Going
I
to
just
Japan.
say? Oh yeah, of course. That's where I was thinking about the sequels trilogy, right? Yes. So Star Wars Celebrations is going to be at Japan in 2025. They're missing next year, but 2025, if Japan is still there, because they're launching missiles over it left, right, and center at the moment. But we've just had our emergency beeping on all our mobile phones to tell us duck and cover, guys. You know what I mean? Duck and cover. I don't know what it was kind of weird because we all got the warning message, and I was thinking, how can we just get that wah wah when in Ukraine they get Mark Hamill saying emergency, emergency, and may the force be with you? Why can't we get Mark Hamill instead of just wah wah, impending death, wah wah? You know what I mean? Because it's kind of weird. Did you get the warning?
Well, of course I did. It was a UK thing. So if you're an American, you already know about the alert system. When you're about, you got the multiple forms. You got like missing children. You get alert if there's a national alert like a tsunami or a flood or a tornado. You get an alert on your phone. The UK actually didn't have it, surprisingly, and it took them this long to actually get it. So we actually got the alert on our phone today, saying like severe alert. This is a test of the emergency alert, a new UK government service that will warn you if there's a life-threatening emergency nearby. Obviously, it's a good system to test that actually works, that everyone gets notified, and they have spoke about it for months and months and months. Every news website has wrote articles about it for months and months and months and days and days and days. Tomorrow's the day, 3 p.m. You're going to get a notification on your phone, and obviously it worked. So if there's a national emergency that may cause risk to us, a life-threatening, we will get alerted on our mobile phone, and it's just a modern day air raid, siren. So, yeah, pretty cool. It's going to Japan. Obviously, Japan is a very exciting country. Me and Holly, it's always been a bucket list destination for me and Holly. We enjoyed Star Wars Celebrations this time.
Yeah.
Tokyo Land and Sea is a Disney park we've always wanted to go to. So we are going to be looking at our horizons. A lot can change in 2 years, and we will see if we can make it all the way to Japan for Star Wars Celebrations 2025.
Yeah, I won't be going because we're going to be saving up for Orlando. We're going to go to Orlando, and hopefully, if they say there's going to be announced the 2026 maybe in Orlando, brilliant. We're going to be there. So yeah. Do you want to have a quick listen to Mark Hamill doing a warning? I've managed to find it.
Why not?
Yeah, here we go. Here's Mark Hamill doing his warning for Ukraine. For the Ukraine. I don't know if this is a mic take or what. Here we go.
Attention, air raid alert. Proceed to the nearest shelter. Don't be careless. Your overconfidence is your weakness.
After the was title.
It's
What?
great. It's great.
Yeah.
It's great. Why isn't that not great? Why can't a famous voice lend his hand?
I just want him to do ours. I want him to do ours. Yeah.
But yeah, it's so great. There's so many exciting things happening with Star Wars. Not one thing made me feel unexcited about the future.
Mhm.
The future of Star Wars is in very good hands.
Yeah.
Them hands are Kathleen Kennedy's still, but that it's good. It's good. We're eating good in Star Wars land.
Yeah.
And Star Wars is awesome. It's awesome. I'm so glad I went to Star Wars Celebrations in London, and I'm very excited to see if I can make it to the next one.
Yes, that's true. Right then, Chris, that just brings us to the end of the show. Okay. Right, yeah. I can't wait. I can't wait for the next one. Well, I can't wait for you to go to the next one so you can video it and we can talk online because you'll have your laptop with you. We could probably even do like a little live little podcast between, you know, when you're having your drink or something back at the hotel. So it's going to be really, really good. I can't understand why it's why they're missing a year. I think didn't you tell me why they're missing a year? I can't remember. I think it's something. I can't remember.
There was, you know, there was rumors that ReedPop's deal weren't getting renewed, but on the Star Wars 2025 website, ReedPop is on there, so of course they'll be giving us all the excitement of Star Wars Celebrations 2025.
Yeah. So it's going to be really good. Can't wait for it. We're going to be diving a bit more into Star Wars Celebration because there was so much. And like I said, I recorded the panel from the Clone Wars, the Clone Wars panel. I recorded all that, and I also recorded the panel from the Star Wars Disney parks, which, to be fair, you can find them online. If you go looking, those ones are online to play. And do you know, I've not even had a chance to watch them live days because usually because they've been in America, you know, for so many years, I always watch the whole day live. But I've not even had a chance to go over. Have you had a chance to go over any of the live, you know, the video, the live stream they did?
No, literally, I've been so busy since I got back. That yeah. I just sent an image over in the chat, and it's about spoilers. So obviously, I try not to share any spoiler things, but that was a big one. That
I've just looked at it, guys. I'm doing it. I ain't playing your game. That's not an Indiana Jones spoiler.
What do you mean? I got told they go in the future, you know, a time far, far away.
Well, is he going to go and save? Is he going to save it, Harrison Ford? Is Harrison Ford going to go and save himself on being killed by his own son?
Remember, it was part of the deal. It was part of the deal. Harrison Ford said, "I'm happy to come back for one more bloody Star Wars film, but just kill me off. Don't care."
Yeah,
and then give me that Indiana Jones film.
Yeah,
I am 90.
Shouldn't they have made that though years ago? Because they've made 3 Star Wars films since then. I mean, and countless TV shows. So, you know, something's gone wrong there.
Well, yeah. Harrison Ford is getting on. He is 80, you know.
Yeah, he is.
So yeah, super exciting. It's a great moment for all online. And if you're wondering what I shared, it was the image that was shared to the internet less than 24 hours after The Force Awakens came out, saying what tragedy happened to a character on a bridge.
Oh my god! What? Yeah, I'll play it. There you go. I'll indulge everyone on it. There you go.
There you go.
Yeah.
Everything you see on the internet, or do.
Right. Anyway, Chris, Want to show your love for the show and the culture cool? Then head over to TeePublic and get your official Radio Free Indoor t-shirt, hoodies and masks, and also stickers, mugs, key rings, and mouse mats. They're all available at TeePublic right now. Also, if you saw me and Chris and Holly walking around at Star Wars Celebrations, we were wearing our official Radio Free Indoor merchandise, and Holly has got a particular different one from me and Chris. Hers features Grogu. So if you saw her walking around, that is not available. That is not available, but I can make it available if people want it. Also, iTunes is still the best place to download the show. And while you're there, take some time out and leave us a 5-star review. Also, if you're watching on YouTube, then please smack that like button and hit the subscribe to get notifications on our next show. You can also reach out to us and search for us on and find us on social media. So just search for Radio Free Indoor at Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, YouTube. And if you want to send any comments about anything we have covered today, then please send us an email to radiofreeendor@gmail.com. You can find me on Twitter at Jamie_R_Burns, and you can find Chris
at Burn Chris.
That's easy. So you can get in touch with us. And if you get a time, why don't you check over our YouTube page, because we got some fantastic interviews that I did with 4 Star Wars artists that had their artwork premiered at the Star Wars Art Show, which we didn't cover that either. And I actually got to meet them as well in person after doing the interview, and it was fantastic. I love them.
Did anyone buy any art? I think I bought 5 pieces.
You bought loads. You bought loads. I actually got some special ones that they brought me that are not available at the show. Which, in fact, I've got them in the plastic sheet in Nicholas's bedroom on his shelf, so I can't show you, but I will show you next time. And hopefully, we're going to try and get, because they're all interested, Chris. They want to do like a round table, not just to talk about art, but to talk about Star Wars in general, so we can have a bit of a discussion, and I'll try and put that into play, because their time zones are different to our time zones, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
well,
sounds cool.
Thank you so much for your time. It's always awesome speaking about Star Wars, the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Absolutely. So from me, Jamie, and from Chris, we'll say night night, and may the Force be with you. Take care. Bye bye.